Hi everyone, it's Mary Jo. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you to everyone who's been subscribing and sharing and liking. Welcome new subscribers, newcomers to the channel. Thank you. And if you haven't subscribed, you might want to, so this way you'll get notifications of my videos when they're up from YouTube. I don't get your email, so I won't solicit you, but I want to tell everyone thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you helping me to grow. I am going to put a number of recordings up. I live in Florida now, and this Hurricane Irma is coming toward us, so I don't know if I'll lose power. So I'm going to try and make them quicker and get them up in advance because I don't know how long we'd be without power. The last time was 2 weeks, about 10 years ago, and I don't want to have a repeat of that 13 years ago. So anyway, this is the reading I'm doing for September 10th. Through September 16, 2017, and we still have the sun is in Virgo. So we start off with an impasse. Many of us have to make a decision. There's something that's going on that we feel that we can't see our way through. Now, with this card, it does talk about you have everything you need. You're armed with everything you need. You have the grace, you have the balance, just like the sword, okay? To arm yourself, defend yourself. But you are not allowing yourself to see it for what it really is. Perhaps in your heart you really have a pulling, a panging, and it's telling you what you need to do, or even sometimes your solar plexus. But you're at odds here mentally, because the swords are the mental realm. It's the air. It's words that you say, as you speak, but it's as you also think, and even sometimes writing, okay? So with this, we're looking at, and it's got a full moon effect kind of here actually coming through the clouds. So this could be something that was revealed to you at the time of the Pisces full moon that we had September 6th, when Neptune was conjunct exact the moon. And maybe things were revealed to you, hidden enemies, secrets, lies, things that you feel that you're a victim of. All right, and so you feel like you can't make a good choice here. And now with the two, we know it's a duality, so you might be battling your heart and your head here right now. And this is very, very important for right now too, because this card does talk about this time of the year. It is September 23rd to October 2nd when the moon, it says moon in Libra. So we know our emotions are at battle with harmonic balance, and you're seeking that. So you might be at a stalemate. You don't know which way to turn. I have to tell you that they're saying you do have something tugging at you that's leading you one way or another. Take off the blindfold. See the situation for what it is. If you have to make a mental list of it or a written list of it, or talk about it with someone else to look at this. What is this I'm feeling? Why am I feeling this? Are you feeling threatened? You were deceived. Do you feel like you were made a fool of or lied to, cheated? Any of these things, or you might have found out something that didn't work out the way that you wanted it to. And now you have to make a huge choice. We want you to make a healthy choice. Spirit always wants you to make the healthy choice. And all we could advise you is to trust your heart. And if you're feeling disempowered, because with this woman, the way her arms are crossing, it's more to me the solar plexus. Other cards, it's crossing the heart. So it could feel like you're disempowered right now. So look at that. Why am I feeling this way? Did I surrender my power to someone? Did I allow this to happen? Do I feel like I was duped here? Because with this card, once you do see it for what it really is, even if it's painful, they're saying that you're balanced enough to make the right decision. Okay? And if you don't feel like you're balanced, try and work on balancing your chakras and trust this at this time, instead of the mental realm so much. Trust that solar plexus, that feeling you're getting deep in your chest, not just like the heart panging, but that feeling of, like I said, that you were hurt by this, greatly hurt, and mentally you're out of balance. So we want to seek balance emotionally. And I do have the chakra stones out for this reading, so it could be that a lot of us are looking to realign and balance our chakras. All right, let's see what else I have here. Yeah, things are a bit clouded, but there is light revealed here. And the way the person's face is looking to the side, it's like they're in contemplation. Sometimes our mind plays tricks on us. And like I said, we can't see things as they really are. That's when we need to turn toward the heart of the matter. Or, like I said, looking at where we're out of balance in our lives. And that's what we need to seek, that balance. You know, and what kind of an adversary are you? If you have two swords in this argument or fight or decision, but you're blindfolded, you're just swinging, you know, and you don't even know what you're getting at. You really need to look at this, take a long, hard look at this. Now, the opportunity here is to be victorious. This is like revelation. This is the epiphany. This is success in the endeavor of this mental realm and this issue that you're facing here right now. And there is here again, we have the holly berry, and then we have the fall leaves and berry. So we have seasonal change here. You're going back and forth. It really is a duality here. It would be like winter and autumn. So it could be, even though this card is a significator for spring, in the Northern Hemisphere, it's the opposite in the Southern Hemisphere. So that might ring true for some of the people in the Southern Hemisphere. But in general, this would be victory for you, seeing the balance. And this is like when God intervenes, Spirit intervenes, gives you the sword, the righteous sword, the balanced sword, the clarity, and that epiphany, okay, to be successful in this. And we have some darkness here. And we do have the full moon, like, brought things to light that maybe we didn't want to see or we were denying. You know, here, it's a lighter day, and there is like a fresh purging here with this wisp of cloud or air, and it's just coming out of the cloud. See, like, this is the unseen, and then it just comes out with full clarity to us. So it could very well mean, and I don't mean this is going to happen right now, this could go out 3 weeks to 3 months, but that you will have some clarity with this in time, as long as you are honest with yourself. Don't lie to yourself, okay, or lie to the person or situation, because you feel like you got cheated here. And I'm going to tell you, with this card, it really does feel like somebody had a quarrel, an argument, disagreement, misunderstanding, because you have to understand we're coming off of the Mercury retrograde as well. All right, so there could be the backlash from that Mercury retrograde, miscommunications, arguments, delays and things. But it's talking about that uncertainty where you're not really sure what the heck just happened. You feel like you got robbed. And pretty much you probably did. And it doesn't look like anybody is the winner or the loser at the end of the day. You know, it looks like this woman, she's got 3 of the 5 swords, and there's 2 here that she's looking at. And she could easily pick them up. But again, she doesn't look like she really wants to or is happy. You see, it looks like our same woman here. So maybe, you know, here you had to make a decision and you feel victorious in it, but yet at the end of the day, you feel like what transpired with these people or this person or this thing left you empty anyway. And the other 2 people too, they've turned away from you. So either someone's turning their back on you because of your decision, and Spirit is saying there are times you outgrow people, and there are times we have to purge people in our lives, and that repeats itself. And we just did come off this eclipse energy, so we talked about the urge to purge over the next 5.5 to 6 months. It could be people that you have outgrown, and we talked about in the last week reading, and that they need to be gone from your life. So maybe you've already got enough to deal with on your plate, and these 2 swords aren't as important to you, or the battle isn't worth it to you. You know, there are times we start to evolve, and we don't engage, okay, with arguments and debates anymore with certain people, because we know they're never going to change. And we can't change them, we can only change ourselves. We know there's no use arguing, there's no right and wrong. And sometimes, well, all the times, it's more about being happy. It's not about being right, it's about being happy. And there are times we have to walk away from people, or turn our back on people, or just stop the communication with people or being with people, to give ourselves time to heal mentally and again get that balance that we seek here in our lives. But if you feel like you were wronged and there's some uncertainty, pretty much, yeah, like this situation, you didn't get the outcome you wanted, but it's probably going to be the outcome that you needed, and you didn't have the foresight or the desire to make this change in your life, and these things happen. So with these people, like I said, if you did argue with them and they're not happy and they walk away from you, it's a victory. You know, it's like in that movie, I think it's Bronx Tale, and the kid owes the guy $20 and he's always chasing him, and the guy's always running away from him. I'll see you next week or tomorrow or next month. It's the best $20 that person ever spent, that they'll never have to deal with them again. And I know it might not be as cut and dry as that, you know, it could be more painful for you that you had to end this relationship because, like you said, you were hurt from the outcome or angered. Go through the grieving process and regain your balance, you know, to get your ground back, and wish light and love to those people and the growth that you've made from this experience. But it's left you standing with some knowledge here. And maybe it's something you could take with you the next time around so that you won't let this happen again if there was manipulation, deceit there going on. Yeah, and this is what really kind of looking toward, this Three of Pentacles. Now we're looking about grounding energy here and stability that you're working on. Now we see that the spider's web is broken here. And last week, one of the cards, we had the Gossamer Princess in the Oracle card, and she was literally hanging on a thread. And we talked about, I had said, Spirit told us to tend to our web right now. Well, this is broken. So for some of you, you had to cut the tie. Your life was hanging on a thread with a situation or person or thing. And maybe you tried to tend to it and deal with it, and it didn't mend the situation. The situation maybe had to end. That social network is over with. That social situation is over. That job, whatever it was, like I said, this happened to you, or health situation, whatever it is about now it's time to reweave. So sitting here diligently, she's working on her craft. Now she's got some coins at her feet. You see literally it's under her foot. You're getting a foothold on your ground right now. And that's what we're working toward in our chakras, this ground chakra. We really want to work being grounded. And there's a lot of red here in the poppies are red. So I'm going to say, yes, Spirit's definitely talking about you staying grounded. And we know with the three, it's the result of the choice that you made. So from this ordeal, whatever you went through, it will be a time for healing for you. A learning curve has been thrown, and you will be back to tending to your web, your network, maybe weaving a new network of people, places, or things for yourself, or whatever it is that's going on in your life. And with being grounded and stable, balance, and especially in this Virgo energy, that's what we seek, of balanced ground energy, you will produce more for yourself. Whether it's the finances, the grounded relationship, grounded self, your vocation, a trade, an art form, it is talking about the stability that you are reweaving in your life and starting anew. Well, thank you, Spirit, for this beautiful reading. I'm going to try and, like I said, and get as many readings up as I can and load them just in case I do lose power. If there are some that didn't get up, I do apologize. I didn't go anywhere. It just might be the situation is out of my hands. But for everyone and anyone who's been affected by this storm, my thoughts and prayers are with you. Please try and be safe. Evacuate if you need to, and they're telling you to. And as always, I wish you the best.